Hello, everyone. This is GK. Welcome to Living the Hobby High Life, and that's exactly what we hope you are doing. It's what we're trying our best to do on a daily basis, and we appreciate you taking the time to stop by. First things first, we've got 3 PWEs going out today, and then we've got a bubble mailer, some one-touches. We made like a lot deal. We had them listed individually. Buyer made us an offer for 4. We couldn't refuse. We wanted to just move the product, box them up, ship them out. Once again, just like last episode, just a real light shipping day, probably because of the holiday. Not a lot of people are online buying sports cards during that time. And that's fine because, you know, even if our numbers aren't great, which they're not, I think this represents a whole, $20 total gross in sales. Even if our numbers are low like that, sometimes it's a good thing to kind of have a cause like this to where you can take some time and kind of refine some things and set ourselves up for a better return later. I've got 4 cards that I want to kind of share with you guys real quick because these are all going to affect what I'm talking about as far as today's listing strategy. So I'm going to flip the camera around and then we'll be right back. All right, that was pretty quick. And like I said, we've got 4 cards that are going to affect today's listing strategy. First things first, though, this is a card that's going out to a buyer in Iowa. They ordered some 2019 Legacy rookies, a couple TJ Hawkinsons and one Noah Fant, and we didn't have the number of cards that they ordered. We had 1 of the 3, but not 3 of the 3. So we got a hold of them and we said, hey, we don't have those 3 cards. We've got 1 of the 3, but what we're going to do is we're going to refund your purchase 100%, for our inability to manage inventory. And so we're mailing this out to them free of charge. Just, hey, thanks for stopping by. Sorry it didn't work out type of thing. And I think we're talking, total of like a $4 transaction. Which, that's a lot. That's damn near 25% of a day's gross when your number for the day is $20. But we kind of looked at it like, hey, they were good enough to buy from us. The best thing we can do is do right by them and let them feel like, even though it didn't work out the way that they had wanted, they still at least got something out of it. So we did that. We made that decision. And then in the process of getting these packed up and ready to ship, taking our dog on a walk, we come back and then this listing had sold during that time. So already this morning we're at one sale. This was listed last night. This was on eBay for less than 12 hours. A $597, I think, is what we listed it at. It's not numbered. It's just the green spellbound letter S. But that sale came through and might have been large in part to us kind of putting some good karma out there on this listing. It helped us to move this one. We actually would come out ahead. If this was $4 and this is $597, we're still ahead $1.50. So we had a potential customer kind of inquire about this card, and we had listed this Reggie Wayne, this flawless Reggie Wayne 2 of 10 from what year? From 2018. And is that game worn or game used? Man, I'm game used. Yeah, game used material. That's a banger right there. So anyways, a guy reached out about this. What was our bottom dollar? And a lot of times, you'll get offers like that. Now, one of the things that we did with this card in particular is it's a higher end card. The comps were considerably higher than what most of our multi-variation listing cards sell for. So this one, we listed it in the multi-variation listing at a higher price. And what I'm finding out is cards like this kind of belong on their own. If you got a game used autograph, short print, it's kind of better to list this on their own. And we can put a ceiling. Let's say our ceiling on this is $65. And then we can also set a floor as far as the amount that you would automatically accept on an offer. Let's say we could set that at 42. We could set our floor at 42 and our ceiling at 65. And then a buyer, if they're interested, they can just drop an offer, which a buyer can't do that on a multi-variation listing. So this is one we're going to change up right after we get this video up there. The 94 Finest Jerry Rice, the more we got to looking at it, the less I think it's a refractor. And we did have a customer follow up with this, asking if it was a refractor. Now, in the listing I created, I thought I copied and pasted a listing, and I thought I had removed any allusion to the refractor. I stated in the description that I couldn't confirm whether it was a refractor or whether it was not. So they talked about it. This one has a pretty high ceiling because if it was the refractor, yeah, that's just what they sell for. You're looking at anywhere from $35 to about $70 ungraded, and then graded, it's a $90 card. So we're going to change that up. It's not a refractor. We went in there and edited the listing, said, hey, it's not a refractor. What we'll probably do is come in and we'll drop the price significantly and just kind of get that thing moving. I hate to see it go, especially as a collector, man. That's one of my, and if I had to pick a top 5 card in my collection today, this one might make that top 5, but we've got some room to move there. And I kind of see a clearer path on how to close a sale on that. Here we go with a Michael Thomas 2019 Select or 2018 Select Concourse Prism Zebra Print. So 2018 Select Michael Thomas Zebra Print Prism case hit right there. So one of these per case. And, it's a cool card. There's a lot of cool cards. We've got this listed as an independent listing. It's not in the Saints multi-variation listing because of just kind of the scenario that we explained on this card, this Reggie Wayne here. It's kind of same scenario. There hasn't been any action on it. Now, as a case hit with no comps out there, it's kind of tough to ball game it. But I think we've got some room to maneuver on that. So we're going to kind of change that up a little bit. And then, of course, this S, we already told the story about that S. So even though today's shipments were very little as far as either gross or net sales, we have some opportunity here in these 3 cards to really improve that. Maybe we follow up with the buyer or we follow up with that customer on that. Maybe we hit a number that he's comfortable or she's comfortable paying, and then we can send that to a new home. That Jerry Rice, we hate to get rid of it, but man, I think it will cause, it can open the floodgates, so to speak, because I've got more of these Topps Finest and doing more research on them. This is a real interesting set. And then, of course, moving that case hit, we'll have to take it and see how it goes. So that's it for today, man. We hope you enjoy your day. Thank you again for taking the time to stop in and share some cards with us. We appreciate it, and keep on living the hobby high life.